Shalom, brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining us today for our study of vocabulary from God's holy word. Today we're going to study some nouns and some verbs that are prevalent throughout the Bible. So once you've learned these, it will improve your translation power and you can enjoy God's word even more. So let's dive in to chapter 5 in Futato. I'll syllabify to make sure that we're getting the precise pronunciation. So, Kohen, priest. The family name Cohen probably denotes a priestly family. They can trace their lineage back to the priests. Kohen. All priests had to be descendants of Aaron, the first high priest. All priests were Levites, but there were many Levites who were not priests. So if you have the tribe of Levi here, you have one family within it who are called the priests. The Kohanim. So all priests are Levites, but there are many Levites who are not priests. Number 2. Oh, I should mention in terms of what they wore, Levites were Levi's. That's why they're called Levi, because with the sacrifices, it's very bloody work. Can you imagine them coming home? The mother says, "Boy, you come home with blood on those garments one more time, you're in trouble. Put on some Levi's," she would say. So they call them Levites from that point on. After the man Lewi, the Levite. Okay, number 2. Halach, he walked or went. Going in the Old Testament is by walking. Driving does not appear until Acts chapter 2, when they were all in one accord. See, so apparently there was this big old accord that the apostles piled into, and they drove. But this is Old Testament Hebrew, so they're walking. Halak, like you walk around a lake. Okay, don't picture driving. It's not until Acts 2. When they're all in one accord. Did you get that? Hopefully you did. Okay, number 3. This sound is emphatic H, fricative H. Lakach, to take or to seize. It's used in terms of marriage to take, which means to take responsibility for. Lakach, to take or to seize. Very common word. Nathan, he gave, presented. Nathaniel, gift of God. Nathan, he gave. We give the ayin a slight G pronunciation. So we say Shema, he heard. Also meaning to heed. This is the first word in the most important verse in the Old Testament, Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 4. Shema Yisrael. Listen, Israel. Heed, Israel. Take it to heart. Adam. Man, or the proper name Adam. Adam is called Adam because he's taken from the Adamah, which is the word for soil or earth. Adam, earthling. One from the soil. God took the inorganic dirt and he breathed into it the breath of life, and he became a living being. But if you take out the soul, which is God has breathed into us, we're nothing but inorganic material, right? The human body is worth less than $200 if you were to reckon it according to its constituent elements. Potassium being the most costly element we have in our body. That is apart from gold fillings and the like. Okay. One syllable word, that's a hirik yod, which is very long I or E in Hebrew. So ish, man or husband. This dot in the sheen is a doubling dot, meaning there are 2 sheens. So that would be isha, woman or wife. This blue font means that it's penultimately stressed. You pronounce it more loudly. Bayith, house or a house of worship or a temple. penultimate stress. Derek. Derek. Road or way. So a literal road or a proverbial road, hence way. I'll pronounce these. Repeat after me. I'll pronounce it again. Repeat after me. And we'll work through each one in succession. Kohen. Are you saying it? Can the others in your family hear you saying it? Say it with vigor and articulation. Practice makes perfect. Kohen. Halach. Halach. Lakach. Lakach. Nathan. Nathan. Shema. Shema. Adam. Adam. Ish. Ish. Isha. Isha. And I should have pointed out that this is the feminine ending in Hebrew. Notice man is ish, woman is isha. Bayith. Bayith. You're walking down the road, you see your dream house, your wife says, or husband says, bayith. Bayith. Indoor plumbing. You go in the house to take a bayith. Bayith. Then finally, derech. Derech. Okay, now one time here. I'll say it, repeat after me. Kohen. Halach. Lakach. Nathan. Shemad. Adam. Ish. Isha. Bayith. Derek. Oh. Thank you for persevering. May you enjoy these words. Use them in good health to love and serve the Lord. Go in peace, my brothers and sisters.